West comeback are slipping away. Aguirre for three.
I have never seen an all-star game that had such spectacular passing and plays and thundering plays like this. Ball beginning to end, Billy.
Oh, what a way to end this ball game.
And now, I want to, play in the NBA like anybody else would want to be. That's something I think about all the time, playing in the NBA.
He's just doing something that he loves so much. He just loves it so much until, I'm just happy for him.
If somebody can understand the way William played, that'll make me feel a lot better, I'll say, where they should have understood the way I play.
Is making his 7th All-Star appearance. 6'1", Isaiah Thomas.
When I get in the NBA, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go see my mama. I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna go there and make sure my sister and my brother's okay. If we can, probably get my dad Cadillac Oldsmobile so he can cruise in the game. Real long.
Dominique.
He dreams about it. You look at those basketball commercials where they be advertising like these Nike shoes, and he'll tell his little small brother, Joe, that's me.
I don't even think about it, if he don't make it, I just, because I'm so, focusing on him making it. I just know he'll make it,
I'm off to Central and the Congress Expressway, a park over there where some pretty talented young men.
Earl Smith works downtown as an insurance executive. On weekends, he's an unofficial talent scout for several area high schools.
This is what you call beating the bushes. This is the job of most of your freshman coaches and guys like me who played a little bit of the game, who loves trying to help young people on the road to success.
Today, Earl spots Arthur Agee, who just graduated from grammar school.
He got the quickest first step I've seen in about 5 years. His first step. I will bet you a steak dinner in 4 years you'll be hearing from him. I don't even know anything about him.
Several days later, Earl takes Arthur and his family on a recruiting visit to the high school where NBA star Isaiah Thomas played. The visit will give St. Joseph's coaches a chance to see Arthur perform.
Your role today, Arthur, is to impress the coaches. Try not to be too fancy, but take the open shot when you have it, play good defense and make good passes. The rest of it just play natural, you know.
I'm hoping I'm gonna go to St. Joe and play, but first I gotta get my book straight and hopefully come out and impress the coaches.
Is it kind of scary?
Yes, it is. I've never been to a school way out before, and I will be going to a school with different kids, different races. You can look at the scenery, meet new friends to meet.
What if Isaiah's there today?
Well, if he be there, I'll be shocked. Because that'll be my first time ever seeing him up close in real life.
Basketball has to be second to your academics. If you don't get your grades, you're not going to play. If you work hard at the grades, and if you work hard at basketball, then I would be able to help you as far as going to college. And I guarantee this. I can't promise you where you're going to go and if you're going to be a star, but I guarantee that I would help you to get into the school that would be best for you. I'm making a commitment to you if you make a commitment to being part of this kind of a program.
Out of all the kids at the St. Joseph basketball camp, there are a few like Arthur that Coach Pingatore is recruiting.
It was like millions of guys trying to be better than the other. But to me, I was better than all of them, except Isaiah.
It gives me a great pleasure to introduce you, a graduate of St. Joe's, high school All-American from Indiana University, 5-time NBA All-Star, Isaiah Thomas.
In everybody's neighborhood, there's a guy who can really play and shoot the lights out every time down court. Then he goes to St. Joseph High School, and the guy gets cut. Say, Tom was real good. Why did he get cut? See, Tom didn't learn the fundamentals of team basketball, which is what you're learning how to play.
He told my daddy that he knew I could play, so he just had to play me hard.
I can see the playground in him. I can see talent, but I don't see the confidence. With Isaiah, I just knew he was going to be a great one. He had that total combination of personality, confidence, talent, intelligence. I think I see it in one kid that's coming here. He flows with a smoothness and confidence and strength that you don't see in every kid. He could become a great player.
Always work. Ain't block. I just bang them and bruise them. I'm trying to let them know right now, you're going to get hit, you're going to get knocked down, you're going to get banged around. So you better get used to it now. Stop it. One hand hook. All those basketball dreams I had, they gone. All I see, all my dreams is in him now. I want him to make it so bad, I don't know what to do.
If they want to play basketball and stuff, that was always okay. But I was going to make sure all of them got through high school. A high school diploma was very important to me.
My mother, she's like mother and father to me. She don't want me really hanging around over here that much because of the gangs. I feel if I go to St. Joseph, I at least get a good chance to go to a good college. That'd be good for me.
That was my first son. I said, that's Daddy's man, you know. So we just started calling him man. I could have been a good college player. Most likely I would have made it to the pros, you know. But, you know, once I had my son, I knew then something was good was going to come out of it. I think the talent was going to be passed on.
He told me, I'm so scared of growing up. I said, why? He said, growing up has so many problems. I got so many things on my mind.
I just want Arthur to have more, you know, have a better life than what I had. I don't want him to experience the bad things that I went through in life, you know.
Like Isaiah Thomas before them, both Arthur and William make a 3-hour round trip each day between the city and St. Joseph's.
It was strange for me going out to a far-out school. I saw a rug, flowers, clean hallways, things that I didn't see in an ordinary school.
Five or 10?
10.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5.
Arthur wins the starting point guard position on the freshman team.
And then AG, I want you to find in that warm-up number 2. Brown, number 3. Edmeyer, 4.
Hey, Arthur, hey, man. If you know if you miss for free throws, they count them up and you have to pay 15 cents. And then if you don't pay it, they gonna make you 50 laps and still have to pay the money.
You still gotta pay the money?
That's way out.
When Arthur first started at St. Joseph's, he was a good kid from what we saw, but he was very mature. He might have been a little more disruptive, speaking out, getting into childish things. He wasn't used to the discipline and the control. He reverted back to maybe his environment, where he came from.
I just never been around a lot of white people, and it was different because at a black school, you know, I could associate with the people that was, you know, they talk the way I talk. It's a little hard, but I can adjust to it.
You can see there was talent there. We kept saying up in the stands, get the ball to Arthur because he's going to do it for you. And sure enough, they gave him the ball with seconds on the clock.
I noticed a change immediately after he started going out there. To see your child mature, you say, well, maybe this is good for him.
begins his freshman season on St. Joe's varsity, the top-ranked squad in the state.
He's already received several letters from Division I schools, Marquette and Rice and Creighton, Illinois State, to name a few.
He asked me, do I want to be a great player? And I keep saying, yeah. He said, for 4 years, I'm going to be on you every day. So he said, you might as well get used to it now.
Hard left. No. Go hard left. Right, I know you can do it. Left, you can. All right, go hard. Not bad. Do it again.
If you look at Matthew, and again, he's saying, at the time the kingdom of heaven will be like this. This is how Matthew's going to use Jesus. This is how he's going to start it out. So what this is saying is you have to take the faith.
When I first came out of here, I was like, boy, I want to go home. Is this really the right school for me? Whatever the things you do they go against their rule, you have detention. And they'll suspend you quick at the school, too. They'll suspend you quick.
The kids that are willing to do it are going to take something away that will help them for the rest of their life. The kids that are not willing to do it, for whatever reason, are not going to be very successful as far as here.
The civil rights movement started up in the 50s.
When William first entered St. Joe's, tests revealed he was working on a 4th or 5th grade level.
I could see that he had the potential, but because he was shy, it seemed as though no one was trying to reach him.
Sister Marilyn told me, you have to be one good ball player to get into school with these grades.
What war beginning in the 60s?
At the end of the year, he had gone 4 grades above, just in the way he listened and learned.
Back in grammar school, academics really didn't matter too much to me at all. We was playing ball for the team, it really was like the standouts in the school. If you showed up in class, that was good enough for them. I was just going to school for the girls, trip out with your friends, get out, go play some more basketball. That was basically it.
Arthur also entered St. Joe's on a 4th or 5th grade level.
I don't think nobody in their right mind is crazy about school. If the president brought up a thing right now to say, close all schools, do you think any kids would be trying to go out there, stand on the picket line and wave and get billboards saying reopen schools?
Arthur was in the lower group of the general program.
Okay, fellas, good.
At the end of the year, he was still in the lower group.
2, 3.
For Arthur, the season is over. His freshman team finished 2nd in the conference. Williams varsity is rolling through the playoffs. Against Proviso East, William plays his best game yet. And the Chargers move a step closer to going downstate to compete for the title. St. Joe's made it downstate 5 of the last 6 years.
The one thing we haven't done is win a state tournament.
Man, it'd be a big thing if I could go downstate as a freshman.
Isaiah was good enough to start on the varsity as a freshman. I didn't do it because I was worried about bringing him along too rapidly. I think by not doing it, it cost us a state championship.
In the sectional finals, Fenwick challenges St. Joe's title hopes. But in the second quarter, Williams steps up. With his brother Curtis looking on, Williams scores 16 points to lead the Chargers to the sectional title.
From Chicago, it's the Sports Writers on TV. I think I may have seen the next Isaiah Thomas. St. Joe of Westchester has a kid named William Gates, who is starting as a freshman.
Remember, you heard it first from Bill Gleason.
Put it in your memory bank,
Put it in your memory bank.
William Gates.
In the Super Sectionals, St. Joe's meets DeSales to decide who will go downstate. William plays more like an intimidated freshman than a freshman sensation. 6'9" senior All-American Eric Anderson dominates St. Joe's. But in the third quarter, William takes over again. He fires over Anderson and is fouled. Williams' 13 points in the second half pulled the Chargers to within 4. With less than 2 minutes to play, it's a must score. St. Joe's jump shot falls short. Despite the loss, Williams' gutty performance bodes well for next year.
There will be an announcement on ticket sales immediately following.
Rewriting 7,300 times 10 to the negative fifth in scientific notation. Who wants that problem? Go ahead, William.
7.3
7.3
times 10 to the third.
times 10 to the third times
10 to the negative second.
Is that good? Very good.
When I went out there, I was very intimidated because I just knew that everybody out there was just smarter than me. As the year went on, I was making an A and B on the road. I just felt like, hey, I was just as good as them.
Now what you have to identify are the
Both
values
William
for
and
A, B,
Arthur
and C
have
and
partial
the
scholarships from St. Joe's. The rest of William's tuition is paid for by Cycle, a Cabrini Green organization. But Cycle can't cover this year's tuition increase.
I was called on by Brother Edwin Dupre. He was trying to raise money to help kids that couldn't otherwise go to those kind of schools. It really touched a soft spot in my heart, and so I decided that my husband and I would participate on a personal basis. William was selected as the kid that was able to go to school based on our contribution.
Nice to see you. Yeah, you played a great game. Why don't you meet our friends Liz Duncan and Tom Paris?
Nice game.
William Gates?
With continuing support from Patricia Weir, William is assured that his entire education at St. Joe's will be free. Arthur's family is paying for half of his tuition, and the increase comes at an especially bad time.
Worked for Sara Lee, got laid off. Worked for Scholars Meatpacking, got laid off there. You know, you look around your house, you see your food getting low. Okay, and you know you got your bills due here, your bills due there.
I had got called down to the office. Brother Leo wanted to talk to me, and he was telling me about how much certain money my mama had to pay for me to stay in school, and they said if she don't have it by this time, you gotta stay out till she pay it. And I was staying out like 2 and 3 weeks and stuff.
By the end of the freshman year, whatever balance there was for tuition was never taken care of. Consequently, going into the sophomore year, we had the balance plus the new tuition, so that it was going to continue to become a problem.
Whatever scout that they have come out to these different neighborhoods and scout out these little basketball players and get them to come to their school and offer them this scholarship, Then once they get out there, the story is totally different. I was under the impression that Arthur would have help as far as getting to school. Arthur would have help in getting his books. Arthur would have help. But see, none of that occurred.
Finally, with the AGs owing $1,500 in back payments, St. Joseph's forced Arthur to leave the school.
I thought Pinkerton and them would help me out, but
you have to draw the line because, as I said, tuition is something that as a school we depend on for 90% of our revenue.
I guess he thought I wasn't gonna be that big of a ball player, so why would he just waste some money on me staying there? Or, he thought I wasn't gonna grow. He kept on saying, like, when are you gonna grow or something like that. I don't know.
If I had known all of this was gonna lead to this, Arthur would have never went to St. Joseph. I mean, if I had known that he was gonna have to go through this type of pain and myself, the anguish of it, and then to put him out in the middle of a school year.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I need to see you at the front door.
I know where you finna go. You finna go to jail now. No people in there. Don't make no scene.
Arthur is accepted at the public high school near his home. He's been out of school for 2 months and lost a whole semester's credit.
Here you have a youngster caught in the middle of 2 separate school systems. Had he stayed at St. Joseph's, he would have been able to receive credit for that first semester. Doesn't seem fair, but then that's the system.
If he was going out there and he was playing like they had predicted him to play, he wouldn't be at Marshall. Economics wouldn't have had anything to do with him not being in St. Joe. Somebody would have made some kind of arrangement, and the kid would have still been there. He's not making it like they thought he was going to make it on the basketball court, so he's not there. Simple as that. And it doesn't take no brilliant person to figure that out.
It's mid-season when Arthur joins the sophomore team.
He was so depressed and devastated, he just closed himself off in the room. And I would go in there and I would tell him every day, hey, things will look up.
Coming off the bench, Arthur wears number 11, Isaiah Thomas's number.
What kind of techniques were being used to take away the freedoms that had been earned? Janetta? Poll tax. Poll tax. Okay. Arthur, what other techniques were used to keep Black Americans from voting?
You could almost forget about his being there. That's how quiet he really was. And I think the transition had something to do with it.
And comparing Marshall High School to St. Joseph, I don't think that there's any comparison. People can afford to send their children there. They can afford to put money into the school. Once they walk in those doors, they walk in there to get that diploma and to go on to college. Whereas our students, if they get out of high school, a lot of them, it's an accomplishment.
Trinomial, what's this one going to be? Both of these are what?
If he want to go back next year, he going to go back if I have to beg. Because I want to help him with his little dream.
Arthur's mother, Sheila, has lost her minimum wage job as a nurse's assistant because of chronic back pain.
It's just a real hard area to live in, period. And for us raising kids, Kids don't even have a playground, a play area, anything constructed to do in the neighborhood. But you see why half of them become gang bangers, and you know, because it's nothing constructed in the neighborhood for them. So now it's just like, you know, you more or less got to keep your kids close to you and watch them at all times.
In June, after 20 years of marriage, Arthur's dad leaves the family.
Make sure you look at how many shots been taken. George might shoot 15 out of 40. You know,
15 out of 40?
Well, I'm just saying, for instance, he's done it. But see, if you do that, you don't know about it.
Curtis tell William the most important thing is getting the ball in the basket. Curtis said the boy's good. He said he's real good. He said, but he don't listen. He said if you listen to him, he'd be better.
He always tell me, well, you should do this and you should do that. It's like everybody I know is my coach.
I know a whole lot about basketball. I guess in so many words, I feel like I'm a pro at that in my mind.
The Trojans were led on the court all season by 6'2" sophomore guard Curtis Gates.
When he went to college and like when Michael Jordan first came to the NBA, they would, you know, sit around and argue over him who could play the basketball.
Curtis was named Player of the Decade at Colby Junior College, but he also developed a reputation for being uncoachable.
Curtis' idea of being real good is you don't follow the rules, you do what you want to do.
Curtis finally signed at the University of Central Florida, but he didn't get along with the coach and rarely played.
Even if he didn't play ball, it was a nice university. He could have finished school, but he couldn't handle it.
I'm used to everybody in the neighborhood loving me and knowing how good I can play. Just seemed like people looked up to Curtis Gates when it came to basketball, but now, just a regular old guy on the street now.
Welcome to the Prep Game of the Week in the Class AA Sectional Final.
You've got the guru, the legend, Eugene Pingatore.
Gates. Good. Boy, Gates is on fire.
William Gates is one of the premier sophomores.
Williams scores 17 points in the first half as the Chargers look to return to the state finals.
Gates. Good.
He is a thoroughbred of a player. Can they get it done here now?
In the second half, Gordon Tech turns to their own sophomore star.
Smith drives the middle, puts it up. Good!
Gordon Tech hangs on to a slender lead in the waning seconds of the game.
3-point lead with 12 seconds left.
Well, my guy's William Gates. I'd like to see him get it and just get to go one-on-one and pull up and ice it.
Oh, boy. This is it. Gates
He's
going
the
to
guy
have
that's
the
got
ball
the ball. That's the one I would want. And he's going to pull up from way outside.
Off the front of the rim. Kleinsmith tips it around. 3 seconds left. Cunningham goes down. It's up.
Congratulations to the Gordon Tech Rams. They're on a joyride. One game now from Champaign.
Arthur's season ended well, and he has high hopes to play for the varsity next year. Arthur's dad shows up. These days, Arthur rarely sees him.
Watch this, watch this, Okay, Joe, I'm gonna go after you, okay? Watch this.
You got old legs, Dad. Old legs.
Hey, man, I'll see you later on, okay?
Increasingly, this playground court has become a place to buy and sell drugs.
Dear Mother, I hope when Mother's Day comes, you will lighten up the sky with a big smile. You, Mother, are the only one in the world who can provide and take care of me. You are the one that makes our family work. You are the one that I will miss so much when I go away to college. No one can replace you ever. Love always, man. Mother's Day, 1989.
I said to him, what are you going to do this summer? And he said, well, he didn't know. So I said, well, if you need a job, let me know and I'll see if I can help you. We had a job that didn't require a lot of previous training, so we hired him.
And I messed up so bad on my first day because I wanted to do everything right. Just messed up everything. Putting tapes in the wrong numbers and all sorts of stuff. I just push myself to come out here because I know in the long run it's going to be good for myself and for my family. I give my mother $50 out of my checks. All she done for me, I don't think there'll ever be enough that I can get to pay her back unless I make pros, and I'm pretty sure I can pay her back.
I drew on these. What's my name? Tuss. Yeah. I had heard that his nickname used to be Tough, and I just started calling myself Tough. Say Tuss.
You know, I said, man, you may not make it to the NBA. He said, don't keep on telling me things like that. That's just like showing me you don't have any trust in what I do. I said, I do. I said, but don't just keep, putting everything into this. So well, ain't nobody gonna take my dream away from me. That's what I want to be, and that's what I'm gonna do. I said, hey, it's your dream. What can we do?
Dale Williams. Georgetown University basketball staff is very interested in you. We are going to kick off the season with a Midnight Madness celebration. Bobby Knight called. Michigan State. Oh, did they ever call? We'll be on national television. Any school you name. Dear William, there's gold at the end of the rainbow. $500 in there for you, too.
You see Isaiah play?
Yeah, I caught him.
Yeah.
I caught him.
How'd you like it?
He played pretty good.
And the whole school see me as being an Isaiah Thomas. I'm trying to build my own identity. When I leave, they can be like, oh, you're going to be the next William Gates.
St. Joseph Chargers are strictly man-to-man. Gene Pingatore believes in
Watch Isaiah. Watch him come.
Aguirre going down the middle, throws it up and in for
What did he do? He took the charge. Something we have to get you to do, right?
This kid for real. I mean, everything he does is what a coach is looking for. Correct.
You listening?
This is Thomas with the ball again. What an eye!
You're actually a better shooter than Isaiah from the outside. True.
That's heads up. Oh, Thomas! What a
That means you have a lot of responsibility, Willie. Can you handle it?
I hope so. I'm ready to go downstate.
You want to go downstate?
Yeah.
Well, you got to do something about it. You have 2 years to get us down there, and it's going to be all in your head.
Isaiah Thomas has just hit his 20th point.
Go! Hold up! William, the man playing defense dropped way off here. Now, who would you rather have shoot the ball? Strauss shoot the ball there, or you stopping here shooting the ball? Well, shoot it!
William practices today, having just recovered from a slight knee injury.
Come on, let's go. You're playing soft. William, does it bother you? Don't be afraid, though. Don't favor it. Tempo. Tempo. Hold it. That's bullshit. You didn't jump to the ball and deny the man. Go. Nope. Still one. We'll stay here all day until you get a 10-seconder. William, you gotta take it easy. Go. 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 Now we start all over. You people just refuse to work. You don't know what it is to be intense. And if you don't have it, you're going to be crap for this team. Give me a good reason why I should keep you on this team, Corey. How about you, Reed? Give me a good reason. What do you think, William? I mean, how many of these people work hard? Not too many. You want to stay home when the state tournament comes? All right, go on in.
The next day in practice, William re-injures his knee.
You most likely have at least torn this cartilage, the inside cartilage of your knee. And you may have a ligament tear in your knee, okay? If the ligament is torn, William, you would miss this year entirely. This is a lot to happen to you at an early age. But I think if all goes well, you'll be able to come back.
everything was just going great. Now this.
All you guys can't get hired. Somebody got to wear medium. You little skinny guys want to get in the line. But the other guys don't.
Junior year, Arthur makes varsity for the Marshall Commandos. Back home, the family's troubles have worsened.
Now I'm on welfare that I wasn't on then. You know, and trying to live month to month on something like that is very hard. And you have 3 growing kids that need this, and you have bills to pay, and it's just not enough to make ends meet. I was never raised on welfare. My mother and father both worked. We was cut off for 3 months. We was cut off aid complete with no income. So therefore, do you know what happened? Our lights were cut off, our gas were cut off, and we were sitting in the dark. They had cut me off because I failed to meet appointment. It hurt everybody in here. It changed everybody's attitude that you can have something today and it's gone tomorrow. So you know what the system is saying to me? Do you know what it's saying to a lot of women in my predicament? They don't care.
The good news is that your ligament looks fine. Okay? Your ligament looks fine. We can actually sew the cartilage back. So you're looking at a minimum of 12 weeks and maybe 16 weeks before I let you play ball again. Possibly being able to play by tournament time. Okay?
Slip you a little something into the IV, kind of take the edge off of things, okay? All right? I can tell. Yeah.
It stays there. Probably go with the right posterior and middle step.
The doctor told me he wasn't going to even try to get him ready to play this year. So what you think that's going to do to his career? I really thought Curtis was going to make it. But he didn't make it, so I just wanted this one to make it.
We were able to repair the cartilage.
when basketball is over. William may not have a friend in the world.
Curtis lost his job as a security guard and has been unemployed for over 4 months.
Sometimes I just sit around and my eyes just kind of get watery because I be like, I ain't amounted to nothing. You know, I ain't got nothing. I can't even go out there and get a job making $7 an hour, you know. I be sitting there telling myself, you ain't gonna get no better.
But what did y'all tell me about when y'all get ready? You know, after y'all go to college and everything, y'all get your own place?
Yes. We gonna go to Aldous, baby.
They
Take your
started
fresh
out.
match cookies and going to Jewel's for our meat.
That was a lot of food stamps.
Ooh, we ain't gonna need no food stamp.
Each day is a struggle. Trying to deal with the kids' attitude as well as my own and trying to be strong enough for them and myself.
Oh, that is so neat.
I forgot to tell you
And that's
my
what
work.
you call a neat tape.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's neat.
First 2 paragraphs. I'm telling you.
About my son got a brain. Now you cut that out.
But he don't use that brain there. Was you there?
Now there are 2 new members of the AG household. Arthur's sister Tamika has a baby girl named Jazz. And Arthur's best friend Shannon moved in to escape his own troubled home.
Shannon is like me. He understood me, and I understood him. He could sit back and talk to me because I was his best friend. He trusted me, and I trust him. It's been crazy. As far as his father and his mother's breakup, he'll come home and bowl, stealing and, you know, buying drugs and beat on his mother and stuff.
You have to call the police, get an order of protection for him to leave me alone.
My father was the same way. I think about it all the time when you come home and they fighting and, you know, that gets to a child's head. You know, they can't, especially when you living with your mother and you young and that's all you see all the time. He had to do something to keep his spirit up. Oh, this is bad.
Why you up?
When I played basketball, I knew what I wanted to do. This is what I want, you know. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
He's way behind where I think he should be at this point. I've had a few guys come to me from college. Ooh, I like that kid. He's quick, he's fast, and he's got... But something's missing with Art. Shannon was on the basketball team, too. He was a little more raw than Arthur is. I can't handle 2 guys like that. So I tried less of the evils. And that was Arthur.
Marshalls won 6 and lost 14, their worst record in 20 years.
You're just in a hurry to do nothing, because that's exactly what you're doing. Nothing.
After spending most of the game on the bench, Arthur gets another chance. In the final minutes of a close game, Arthur takes it strong to the hoop. He's called for charging and fouls out of the game.
been some bad calls all day. Amen. Tell you. Oh.
The daily regimen of rehabilitation is not the only change in William's life.
Say hey. Say hey.
So I was just basically scared to tell people. I was feeling sick, you know, holding all this stuff inside of me. I couldn't let it out. When I did finally tell Coach, he was like, when did this come about? And I said, 3-4 months ago. He was like, 3 or 4 months ago. I was in the delivery room. The nurse just gave it to her, and she had the baby to me, you know. And I'll never forget how hard she was squeezing my hand.
Once we got her home, William offered his help and stuff, but it was almost like I didn't want it because I just did. She was mine, you know, instead of two of us. So then after a while, I finally let him keep her. Then he earned his title.
Felt good.
Your numbers look real good. I think you're 2 to 3 weeks away from being able to practice full. You know what I mean?
2 or 3 weeks.
I know you wanted to waltz in here today, and I tell you to go back to practice right now. I don't want it to have to tear again.
I felt that this was the year for me. I know we can make it downstate. That's just a big dream I done had. I look up on the scoreboard. My name is not even on there anymore. Where do I fit in with this team?
William takes a makeup exam in math because he skipped the final.
Here's the cutoff point for passing. And you ended up right there. So you passed the final, barely.
When I stopped playing
We
ball,
see how that affects
all my grades just sunk.
I understand we got the ACT results. Not as good as we wanted, huh?
William scores a 15 on his first ACT. He needs to score an 18 to qualify for an athletic scholarship to any four-year university.
I think what we have to do is get you set up with the Britannica course. We'll have to talk to Mrs. Weir, okay?
Sometimes you have the right answer and you change it to the wrong answer.
Through Patricia Weir, Williams St. Joe's sponsor, the cost of the 6-week class is waived.
If you're just outright guessing, if a monkey took this test and you trained him to do just B's and C's, he probably would get more right than if he picked A's and D's.
Just don't know the feeling, not knowing if you're gonna be able to play just because a test. I mean, as soon as you don't tighten one screw, everything falls apart.
El caballo. El caballo. La vaca. La vaca. Arthur, ¿tienes tú el libro? ¿Tienes tú el libro?
What I say?
Okay, how do you say yes?
Joy.
up on the board?
He's a pretty smart kid, but he does just enough to pass.
Hey, Shen.
Most of them that have come through here and then had that type of attitude and usually ends up in the streets talking about they used to play for Marshall, and if they'd have gone to class, could have gone to any school they wanted to. You know, this is just somebody standing on the street corner talking, you know, trying to find a job. They can't find a job, that kind of thing. And this is where he's headed, really.
How's your knee?
Pretty good.
Easiest thing right now would be for you not to play and wait till next year. What do you want to do?
Wait till next year?
Right.
No.
You think you're ready?
My next year is now.
I've seen athletes who have come back from surgery where they worried about the injury. When this happens, they may never be the player they were.
Williams' first start is the final home game of the regular season.
Williams should have shot it. You gotta do that the whole game. You only do it when they need it.
It's like my injury was making him look bad. I always felt that Curtis should not be living his dream through me.
If he don't do something out here on this court, man, he ain't showing me nothing yet.
You got to come out and start playing hard all the time. Otherwise, you're just another player. You follow me? Just remember what we talked. Okay, as long as you're physically able. If you're not, then you shouldn't be playing at all.
So nervous about the start tonight. I'm glad it's over with. Now I can just get into the floor more better.
St. Joe's has made it to the sectionals. And in the final minutes, William goes to the free throw line with the Chargers leading by 6. Always a clutch free throw shooter, he sinks 4 straight to help seal the victory. In the sectional finals, St. Joe's looks for revenge against Gordon Tech, the team that knocked them out last year. With his whole family watching, William seems out of sync and bothered by his knee. At the beginning of the fourth quarter, St. Joe's leads by a point. While the doctor examines Williams' knee, Gordon Tech surges ahead. The Chargers steal the ball trailing by 1. William calls timeout. With only seconds on the clock, the Chargers find William in the corner. The shot doesn't fall, but Williams fouled. With 6 seconds to go, Williams steps to the line with 2 free throws and a chance to win.
Shouldn't have been out there. You shouldn't have been playing. I'm very disappointed. Y'all get that on tape 18 times. Disappointed in the system. He shouldn't have been out there playing. His knee came out of place a couple of times, looked like. You know, I mean, if winning that's important, you need to reevaluate the program.
That ain't no excuse. He got out there, so as far as I'm concerned, wasn't nothing wrong with him. It's an excuse. He was hurt, he shouldn't have got out there.
There's 2 possible problems he could have. You might have healed, say, 80% of that cartilage and still have a small residual tear.
Williams' brother-in-law Alvin takes him to see Dr. Heffron, the Chicago Bulls team doctor.
What you need to do is you need to have your knee arthroscoped again.
What side are we going to do? Right?
A lot of people say I shouldn't have played, shouldn't have came back at all. Coach kept saying, it's really up to me, and if you leave it up to me, I'm going back out there on the court.
We're going to remove this portion of the cartilage here. He'll have a higher incidence of arthritis as he gets older than you or I would. But in terms of his basketball career, he has a good chance of performing fine. There's a medial meniscus.
So the only thing on my mind is getting downstate, just making it down there. I want to be able to go all out the whole year. No setbacks, no nothing. This coach will have to say, William, you ain't play hard this game, because when I step on that floor, I'm going to be all business, and that's it.
One year after he left, Arthur's dad, Bo, rejoins the family. He spent 7 months in jail for burglary and overcame an addiction to crack cocaine.
But Jesus is always there. Even in the midnight hour, he's there. Glory to God. Glory to God. Lord, we know you always bless the family. Glory to God. Even in the beginning, Lord, you blessed that first family. Glory to God. We pray right now. Don't let nothing come between them. Send strength, Lord. Glory to God, wherever there's weakness. Please, Lord, let the love prevail.
I've had my good days. I've seen some bad days. I've had my ups and downs. And Lord, I've been turned around. The Lord While I was incarcerated, I just asked God, show me a different way, give me a new life, take the taste of drugs and evil way of thinking away from me. I asked the Lord to forgive me for what I did, the time that I mistreated my wife, beat her physically, you know. I want to thank the Lord for protecting my family. I just want to say thank you, Lord. I want to thank the Lord. I just hope this be a lesson to my children to see me turn my life over to the Lord. Lord, I won't complain. You wash my tears away. The Lord has brightened up my day.
When I was little, you know, he had let me down. Because people used to come up to me, oh, your father drug out of your father on drugs and stuff. I just be like, yeah, okay. You know. And I used to take so much, you know, that, you know, he had started realizing that, you know, what is he doing, you know. Because I remember sometimes he used to try to go to church while he still, you know, he was still on drugs while he was trying to go to church, you know.
Give me a hug before you go. Give your granddad a hug before you go.
Thank you.
The closeness was not there at first when I come back home. And then Arthur, he was watching me. What move would I make now? Am I just being like this since I just come back? Or am I going to break bad again, you know?
William's dad invites him down to his auto repair shop. He hasn't lived with the family since William was a baby.
Card that I was going to give you, I didn't finish it up yet. I got some more to do to it yet.
I didn't see him for like 3 years. It never popped in my mind.
Car back there?
No, that's the car right over there, that black Cutlass right there.
I think he's like, oh, he really must be able to play some basketball. And I think now he sees something at the end for himself. I remember one time he tried to whoop me, but I wouldn't let him. I said, you may be my dad biologically, but as far as being there, you're not.
You say you'd like to come to my next show that I do?
Yeah, come out and finally get a chance to see you sing. And
okay, what I'll have to do, I don't have my schedules right this minute, but I'll have to get that, and I'll let you know, you know.
they said you're my only friend. All right. Give me 5. Thank you.
I always knew that I was going to be a better dad than he was. I wouldn't just leave her like that.
Alicia?
Mama?
If Alicia has a problem, then I have a problem.
We love fairy tale.
She's meaning whatever she said.
Oh, come on, feel my mama better.
William's second rehabilitation is at the Baxter Clinic, used by many of Chicago's pro athletes. Both of William's operations and rehabs have been paid for by the school's insurance.
Don't expect to be playing in a game the first day back.
My mother put a big restriction on those pickups. She said, these are her knees now.
When you're out on a date, do you have to have sex?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. Look at him. All right, Michelle.
For the second straight year, Arthur and Shannon must take summer school.
Restate your question.
What'd I say?
This class is for freshmen, sophomores, and juniors who have failed English.
Well, who told you?
The basic problem here is that we were strapped for money, and we only had one English class available to our students. Hopefully, you could touch a nerve with some of them, like a spirited discussion on a controversial topic.
Because exactly what is having sex, but engaging in an act that does not fulfill.
Shannon really didn't care, so he just stopped coming, and he was dropped from the role.
Usually in a illicit.
Even if Arthur passes summer school, he may not graduate with his class next year because St. Joseph's is refusing to release his transcripts.
I called up the school. The lady explained to me that he owed $1,800, so I felt like, well, they have a school policy there, and there's nothing I can do about that.
About how much can you afford?
Okay, we're looking at
1310.
Oh, 1310?
181310.
And to total that out, and from here to June, when is graduation?
So we're looking at somewhere around. It's 181.30 per month.
Is there any way possible that I don't know, I'm just asking,
Sure.
Could his credits be released to?
I will get a promissory agreement drawn up, okay? And as long as you show me good faith after the first 2 months, I'll release them. That would be end of September.
That's it.
And then I'll send them to Marshall.
Okay, then that would be fine with us. And I really appreciate this.
How's Arthur doing anyway?
Pretty good, I can't really complain about him. Wish he could have stayed here, though, And
Well, things, things happen,
Things happen, and
Yeah, don't want
it's
to.
part of life.
I can't let him down no more.
Okay, good. Okay, well, I hope we can work something out then.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank you.
No problem. That's what we're here. We're trying to help people, okay?
That's right.
Okay?
All right.
Very
Thank
good.
you very much.
You have a nice day, Mr. Brown.
Take care now. Okay. Very good. Okay.
I think about it, had I not been on drugs when Arthur went to St. Joseph's, just how good it would have been for him. He wouldn't have had to leave. Here's one of the corners right here, these 4 corners here, where I used to come up here and cop all the time. Threw away a lot of money on these corners, boy. I almost threw my life right along with it. He can just look at my life and say, here's a good example of what not to do. If he had my ways, I would be shaking in my shoes right now.
Hey, look at that Georgetown coat, man. I might get that joint. Dang. Pocket on the side. Yeah, that's the one I was telling you about. How much?
$70, even, no tax.
Some of the drug pushers in the neighborhood, they'll give us money to tell us go shop and go get you something. They think if we playing basketball and they can give us stuff and keep our career going. So that's how we really keep up with the style.
All right.
While you're sitting here today, you should feel like $1 million. You should feel so special. You are one of 100 of the best high school players in this country, the United States. My mother, God bless her, she's in heaven today. She's always said to me, this is America. You can make something of your life.
All the
the coaches from over here to the stands, please, coaches. Coaches, we got it clear.
If you're a player, somebody up there going to recognize that you're a player.
There's 250 of us here. We're doing it to try to find out who the best players are and try to get them in our program. And there aren't very many kids at any level, including the NBA, that really understand what basketball is all about.
We always say you're going to war, but you want him behind you covering your flank.
But if you're pouting, they're going to also recognize that. And don't tell me that they're not going to write it down in that book.
At the prestigious Nike camp, William hopes to prove the injuries are behind him, and he belongs among the nation's best. Arthur and Shannon spend their summer at Pizza Hut, earning $3.35 an hour.
You all doing today?
This is wasting my time down here. I'm ready to go home. Here I am, always trying to play this team ball. A few coaches, more coaches coming around to look. Everybody feel they got to do their own little thing.
Move it. Some of you are going to make it where you want to be, and others of you will not make it. You'll have a better chance.
This is summer for them. They don't particularly want to be sitting in the classroom, but we provide them with an experience you can't get anywhere else, in that we simulate what it's going to be like to be a student athlete.
15 hours a week for basketball. How many hours do we have up here?
The statistics on Division I players graduating from college are really frightening.
Let's assume you're playing big-time college basketball, and your team travels.
You have to realize that nobody cares about you. You're black, you're a young male, all you're supposed to do is deal drugs and mug women.
The only reason why you're here, you can make their team win. If their team wins, these schools get a lot of money. This whole thing is revolving around money.
Recruiting is like any other sales business. We've got to win to keep our jobs. We've got to fill the arena to keep our jobs. And if we don't, they fire us. I mean, that's hey, bankers don't make money, they fire them.
And you look at some of these young boys' bodies, they got NBA bodies already.
One particular kid who's here now, I've watched him since 6th grade, and I've watched them blossom.
Because that's when you want to get on them when they're young, and start writing them before everybody else writes them. Try to get any edge you can in this business.
It's already become a meat market, but I try to do my job, as, you know, and serve professional meat. What schools do you think are most involved with William right now?
I would say DePaul, Marquette, Indiana, Michigan.
Excellent.
Great job. Way to go.
Bob Gibbons done seen me play my best game out here and turned in 16 points, 12 assists. Bob Gibbons over there like this. Yeah, I was smiling too, Bob. Give me a slice of the crust.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, Mom.
Right now, I'm just feeling good about myself. I really feel like, since I've been down here, that I was All-American. When I go back home, I'm gonna feel unstoppable.
I'm going to pull up on it, okay? Tell me if it hurts more.
Yeah.
It hurts more when I do that? Easy does it now. It's on the muscle, it's not on the joint. It's above the joint, okay?
Though it's only a muscle injury, it's severe enough that William will not compete for the final 2 days of the camp.
How many electives you need to graduate? 6. So let's
Arthur's transcript from St. Joseph's has arrived.
If you pass all of the classes that you're presently taking, you can graduate from some school. Okay? Have you taken the ACT? When do you plan to take it?
Sometime soon.
What institution are you planning on going to? Have you decided that?
I was thinking about going to Alabama.
But you need to take algebra trig, okay? Do you plan to take that?
I don't know.
You don't know. So you just barely getting by again.
No, you gotta say that.
But you are. You've been barely getting by all along. Now you're gonna have to do better than that if you want to go to Alabama or any other school. You're gonna have to do more than just get by. Don't forget to bring those papers back to me. All right.
St. Joe just messed everything up. Shouldn't even went there. Thought I had more credits than this. They gonna kick me out because I ain't paying the money. That's all I do. I'm gonna still make it.
Don't let your best opportunity get away from you. You can have a great experience at Marquette University. Once you visit our campus, I feel confident that you will know that Marquette is the right place for you. Sincerely, Calvin O'Neill. I like these. I've been getting like 2 a week from the school for a couple of months. But it's quite a few.
I know your game. Monica, you seem very overwrought.
I had Division I offers. I had even signed at Marquette because they thought I was going to make the grade. The great ball player, they care about basketball more than they care about school, and I know they do.
Progressive college basketball program with experienced leadership and a winning tradition, then the Marquette Warriors are for you.
Williams' first home recruiting visit. 3 top schools postponed visits, preferring to wait and see how William will do his senior year at St. Joe's.
If you don't make the test score, doesn't mean we don't want you, because we still do. That's what I'm telling you. If you tear your knee out again this year and you can't play ever again, you're going to have your education paid for at Marquette University.
I know that the scholarship is 1 year renewable.
Gene's right about this, but any school worth its salt is going to give you 4 years. The bottom line is this. We want to win the national title. Number 2, I want to make you the best player I can. I want to give you an opportunity to maybe someday be one of those guys that goes out and makes some money in Europe or in the NBA. You're one of the 7 guys that we're recruiting right now.
You recruiting 7 guys?
7 guys for 3 spots.
Where he fit in?
Where does he fit in? As soon as William tells me he's not looking at any other schools, then I'm not looking at any other players.
So what? The first one signed,
Well, that's what it's going to come down to. If I tell you that, hey, you're our guy and this and that, and I lose you to Kansas, Indiana, North Carolina State or something, I'm out of luck. The president's saying to me, boy, Kev, I thought you were recruiting a guard. It's a tough situation, but it's something that has to be done.
It's a great place. We get ready to have it rocking, too. The best is yet to come. A lot of serious ball players been through this building. Junior Bridgman, Sidney Moncrief, Bob Lanier, Oscar Robertson. Can you see yourself playing in this place here? 18,000 in it? Big difference from St. Joe's now.
We stayed at the Hyatt. Man, it was nice, real nice. They have these balloons all hanging up on the ceiling and everything. They really did it up. And I must say, we did it up too. We room service like a mug. Man, had these phony newspapers written up.
Notre Dame 77, Marquette 76. Gates is out high, calling for the ball. There are 6 seconds left. The freshman spins past the defender, slicing to his left to the foul line. 3 seconds left. Marquette down by 1. Gates launches a running one-hander. It's on the way. It is good. Gates buries a 13-point just ahead of the horn, and Marquette has defeated Notre Dame.
If you think we care about you a lot in recruiting, we're going to do more when you're here. You know that. Don't let it get to a point where somebody else comes in and takes a scholarship away. Let us know what you want to do, and unless you know what you want to do right now. He knows, but he won't say.
Talk to any leading black people on the campus?
The leading black people?
Yeah. You know, well, whoever might be in charge of all the black students on campus. What kind of community life they have for the blacks there. Did you talk to anyone about it? Did you ask the players how they're treated?
Yeah.
What did they say?
Players said they treated fine. I mean, they get the best of everything.
You think that's where you want to go? That's fine. Now, obviously, if you wait, you'll have all the other schools that were on you before, like Kansas and Indiana and North Carolina State.
It's all right, but I discussed it with...
I think you should take a few days because you just came back. You understand?
Yeah.
Yay! Woo! Is there any cash with this?
Oh, it's in the mail. To 4 years of excellence. Yeah. Not that bad.
I'm fixing him a birthday dinner today. This is his 18th birthday, and I want to show him how much we appreciate him and love him and care for him. Everything that you can imagine is going wrong with this family, but now everybody's together. It's his favorite cake. He's a great kid. And some kids don't even live to get this age, you know? That's another thing to be proud about. That, you know, this is his 18th birthday, he lived, and to get to see 18, that's good.
I want to tell you that I love you very much. I'm very proud of you. It seemed like I was
keep up the good
18
work.
just yesterday. Here, happy birthday. I love you.
Hey, hey. Happy birthday!
I love you too. Come on, man. Let's go. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you.
2 months after his 18th birthday, Arthur is cut off public aid.
This is what I brought to their attention. He's still a full-time student. He haven't graduated yet. So why would you all cut him off? They feel like when they get 18, most of black kids, they drop out. So that means that the child is just thrown out there. I was getting $368, now I get $268. And that's it. And this to take care of me from 1 month to the next. Now, can you imagine a person living on that? Do you all wonder sometimes how am I living? Or how do my children survive? Or how they living? It's enough to make people really want to go out there and just lash out and hurt somebody.
A message to the Oreo cookie. No matter how much you want to switch, here's what they think about you.
Fried chicken and biscuit eating, monkey ate baboon, big dive, fast running, high jumping, spear chucking, 360-degree basketball dunking, pitsoon, spade, mulling yarn. Go the fuck back to Africa. Go the fuck back to Africa. Go the fuck back to Africa.
Think about it, fucking sellout. Turn it to the radio, listen for a minute. Yo, G, stick a fucking tape in it.
He doesn't play with confidence like he did before he was injured. I don't believe the other players have complete confidence in William. They were in awe of William when he was a sophomore. They're not in awe of him anymore.
Sophomore year, I was just carefree. If it could be done, I was gonna do it. I wish I could get that attitude back.
No! Hold up. That's crap. That is dog shit crap. Why do you have to do something unnecessarily? If you would have kept it over here, William, look at me. If you would have kept it over here, wide, you could have gone all the way. What is that crap, the shovel pass?
There was never any point in our school where we just played outright, you know.
And remember, think about the ball game on the way to the game.
If I got him,
Marshall began its season well, winning 4 of 6. Today's game will be their first against a city power.
The only way you're going to beat them is play good basketball. All that bullshit that you be playing. You play half of a game, or 2 or 3 minutes, you play pretty good, then you go to sleep. You have to play a whole ball game. When we start out, Arthur will be completely in the ball game. But as the game progresses, then he digresses.
By halftime, Marshall trails highly favored Dunbar by 15 points. But late in the fourth quarter, Arthur and the Commandos claw their way back. On a crucial possession, the ball goes to Arthur.
KG for sure. I want it up high, G. Don't say I want it up high.
Led by Williams' 16 points a game, the Chargers have a 20-3 record. But Coach Pingatore feels they're not ready for the impending playoffs.
Alabama! 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 Don't throw the ball! Jesus, will you cut it out and quit acting like a baby? Yeah, quit crying! This team just drives me crazy. It's been a struggle all year. You think you're better than you are. The two big guys are prima donnas. They should be killing people. For you people that are really agonizing and, you know, just hate all this stuff and all the hollering, if you don't make a turn, it'll be over next week. So you won't have to worry about it. That's the point. I want to end this game in the next 3 to 4 minutes. Otherwise, it's going to be a ball game. All right, let's go get it. Come on. Hail Mary. All right, let's go. Come on. Come on.
Williams is just too nice of a kid. I don't know if he has the killer temperament. I don't know if he has the eye of the tiger. He's going to need that when he goes to the next level.
Remember, square up.
It's business, it's big bucks, and that's what the scholarship's for.
Good job,
This coach is stingy and selfish. He just won't William to run out there and play. The day shoot was gonna, be boring. I told him he had to be there. I don't care what his coach said. I know the game was important, but this was more important. And his coach doesn't see it like that.
I just can't miss the game just because, an incident occurred. Unless it was like a death or something like that.
Oh, this is something like that thing. Like the girl was born every day. That's what I was trying to get you to say.
Around that time of the year too, state tournament. That was simply out of question.
He tells me, well, it'll benefit us in the future. I'm like, but what about now? He keeps saying in the future.
Basketball was my ticket out of the ghetto. If I would have been playing ball, I would not even be going to college.
I'm going to school, I'm going to college, and I have a daughter. So what's my excuse?
Situations are much different.
No, it's not.
I hadn't been working for about a year. If it wasn't for William knowing Miss Weir, I wouldn't even be here. Because as I walked in the door, I see the first thing I see on the sign is no openings. It ain't much better than a person without a college degree can get. So I feel like I'll be here for quite a while. Look at that. I don't believe in people when they be saying like, man, school hard, man. The work went hard to me. If I gotta do like a report or something, I don't like none of the topics, so I'll just pick something that's simple.
So what's the topic of your paper?
The life cycle of the butterfly.
You gonna read it for us? Oh, come on.
Oh, man. That ain't no opening.
I want to hear
I'm just doing this stuff.
I know, but I just want to hear how you write.
Well, as the people bloom into another year, you know, the year just changed, January 1st. The butterfly also blooms. The butterfly are a very beautiful flying object. And then it say, as the beginning of the butterfly, it goes through changes and all that. Then I keep going, man. I just want to, like, do that stuff. Then I just keep going on and on and on. And I will never stop.
Move out the way. Move. Get out the way.
Its botanical name is Cannabis sativa. Millions of Americans break the law and use it.
Arthur's latest report card shows he's failing both Spanish and science.
He rushes through his work. As you see, he's turning in. He just missed one assignment. Okay, his test scores are pretty low. He had 10 on one test. Yeah.
Will you do me a favor? When you see things that's slipping like this, could you give me a call and let me know?
Let me make sure I have the right phone number.
So I can stay up on top of this board because he tells you one thing. I said, where your book? Oh, we didn't have to work on the book. They said my lock. They said he don't have to start showing me something better.
He probably on the borderline and all that clowning, the people just give him an F. That's what I would do, too.
Get mad. But I'm going to stay up on it behind this time around. Because I told him I ain't finna sit up here. We paying $181 after the St. Joseph.
Right.
For his transcript. And he got the transcript and he ain't doing that. It ain't going to happen like that. Man, you remember I told you whatever I start, I finish. I'm not like some people I know. I don't need nobody to push me. All I got to do is have the goal and the motivation, and I'm ready.
It's Sheila's graduation day from a nurse's assistance class at a local community center. A high grade will assure her certification.
I wanted to be an RN nurse. I've always had that dream. Where Miss AG?
Sheila, you scored 89 on your exam, and you're going to get the highest grade point average for the class.
Really? No. Oh, I love you. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, thank you, Miss Martin.
You did it yourself.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so good. I didn't think I could do it.
I think you could do it.
Yeah, you did. You gave me that belief in myself. You really inspired me to go on. Not just stop right here, but go far. And people told me I wasn't going to be anything.
Should the shadows fall, I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. And I know he watches over me.
The gym is packed for today's game against West Side rival Westinghouse. Marshall's rebounded from last year's dismal 9-16 record to go 16-6. And Arthur has emerged as the Commandos' second leading scorer and assist man. Some junior colleges have begun to notice.
A lot of these kids won't talk to a junior college really until after they've seen the dream of, you know, Illinois and Nevada, Las Vegas, and Georgetown kind of fade.
A junior college could be Arthur's only hope. Without better grades and an 18 on the ACT, major colleges can't offer him a scholarship.
It's just too bad those kids don't realize, hey, if they had an 18, the door is so much wider open.
You're in the middle.
In the fourth quarter, the Commandos fight back from an 11-point halftime deficit. They trail by 1.
Derek Zinman's layup pushes Marshall to a 1-point lead. Moments later, a Westinghouse foul, and then a double technical puts Arthur on the line with a chance to ice the victory. The upset win is sweet vindication for the unranked Commandos.
Arthur A.G., you lead the foot. You got 7 turnovers. Even for the guards, that's too many. This is a good win for you, but it doesn't mean anything. You got to do better than that, man. You have to do better than that.
Yeah, man, that was a good game, though. You could have played better, though, you know? Oh, you know you did good. You just killing me. You know your mother's proud of you, don't you? He been getting down like a real star.
Nearly 4 years after discovering Arthur on the playground, Earl Smith shows up to see Arthur win his first playoff game.
I figured this game and the next game may be his last high school ball game.
Where you been, man? Where I been?
Yeah, where you been?
I've been working.
Oh, yeah, right.
I've been following you in the paper.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
You impressed or something?
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm here, ain't I? If I wasn't impressed, I wouldn't have followed
You talking to Ping?
For what?
You didn't talk to him no more? Why not?
What do I have to talk to him about?
Man, how Jamal?
You ain't there.
Jamal, yeah, you right. I had to break out.
Yeah. So I was thinking about going tonight to see St. Joe at Nazareth play, but I wasn't sure if you had time to do it.
Yeah.
I've got a bitter taste in my mouth about a lot of things that happened. A lot of people accuse me of taking youngsters out of the inner city and taking them out to St. Joe High School, and they ask what did I get out of the deal, and a lot of racial slurs and so forth from my own people about me, about what I did. I still felt and feel that I was doing the right thing for that particular time. Sometimes I have second thoughts when I see the net results of what happened with youngsters.
Arthur. Arthur AZ, sophomore.
My gosh, what are you doing? What are you doing now?
Going to school.
Where?
Marshall.
Oh, I taught you. Can you believe it? That's good. So you came just to see in case you have to play St. Joe's?
Yeah. Arthur.
Oh, no. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
So, what's been up to? Playing basketball or what? Yeah. What'd you guys do? We did all right. We still playing. Still playing? What's your next game? We gotta play Crane High School in Chicago. That's cool. It'll be all right.
William is benched for arriving late to the locker room, and Nazareth threatens. William enters the game to go head-to-head with Nazareth star Sean Pearson, his friend and roommate from the Nike camp. The favorite Chargers race to an early 14-point lead in this second-round playoff game. But near the end of the game, St. Joe's begins to unravel. William takes control. Pearson responds. His three-point shot gives the Roadrunners their first lead of the game. For the Chargers, their whole season may come down to this possession. Down by one with just over a minute remaining. A loss tonight would be their earliest exit from the playoffs in 6 years. And for William, there is no next year. No more chances to get downstate.
I love you, boy. Love you too, man. All right.
We're almost 20 minutes late. Tina was dressed and already talking. And he came strolling in. Maybe he has to learn something from that. Even in a big game. The game was a mirror. It was a mirror of all of the games all year. To quote Isaiah, the toughest loss he ever took was my toughest, and that was the De La Salle game in 1979 when we got beat at the buzzer on a 30-footer, and we were favored to win the state that year. Now I look back at it as just one of those great moments in our high school scene. Our toughest loss to take, and we talk about it. So that's what I look at, with these things now. Arthur, could have used you tonight. Yeah. Good luck. I'm going to be watching. Don't forget, hey, stay in touch. Because we talked about, school. Yeah. All right? I'm watching your score.
Awesome.
How's your grades?
They're all right.
Good.
All right.
We missed you.
I'm used to all too.
Well, I'm proud of what you've done. Mr. Bedford said a lot of good things about you. You be in touch.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Good luck.
All right, you too.
Marshall's second-round opponent, Manly, presents Little Challenge.
This just explains a little bit about our program and where our program's headed.
I like what you're saying, and I want him close to home, I'm kind of leaning your way because I just thank God that he's getting into it. Somebody do want him.
I'm Tommy Trout, Northeastern Illinois assistant coach.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Arthur Hester.
Okay,
all right, us arts got to stick together. I'm over Kennedy King.
Kennedy King?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. May the best man win.
I thought Mom was a cheerleader.
Oh, thanks. Thank you for the compliment.
His parents seem to think he may pass the ACT.
You may what?
He may pass.
No, yeah. Well, I hope he does.
Us arts got to stick together, all right?
Yeah. Hey, would you get excited if a college coach came up and talked to you?
Not really. Really, you just going to another level of basketball to me, that's all. I'll be excited when I get there.
That's when you be excited the whole year. I'll be excited as soon as I step up in there. First day of practice.
If I graduate, I think I'll be the only one in my family, besides my uncle, to finish college.
Me too.
In the fourth round against heavily favored Taft, Marshall meets their first true test of the playoffs. But the Commandos have been bucking the odds all year. Arthur plays one of his best games of the season, scoring 19 points, and the Commandos claim a spot in the city semifinals.
Do you just feel you can play with any team in the city?
On any given day, we can play with anybody. We can beat anybody.
Marshall now faces the ultimate test. King High School, the rulers of the public league. Winners of last year's state crown, they were labeled the best team in the country. King has sparked controversy by out-recruiting rivals for the biggest and best grammar school players.
We don't understand what we're really doing to these young kids. Kid, he's 12 years old, and you're baiting him to come to your school. you know, to play basketball. Falls back in the paint. I'm not going to start recruiting in that manner. No, I'll probably get out of the game before then.
These two semifinal games will play for the Chicago Public High School Basketball Championship.
King's strategy is to go inside to its 2 7-foot starters. Only Arthur seems unintimidated by the Jaguars. And King's poor play keeps the game close.
I think they're going to take that.
But in the second half, King makes their move. King grabs a 4-point lead.
They'll play with no confidence whatsoever. None. None.
The Commandos get aggressive on defense and use their superior speed on offense. Marshall grabs a 6-point lead late in the game. Coach Bedford wants to force King out of their zone defense and make their big, slow players match up man-to-man against Marshall's quick guards. Arthur simply holds the ball as the clock ticks away. The King coach has no choice. For the defending national champions, it's all over. An unranked Marshall will play for the city title.
They got the best shot of him, you know. That is great. That was a great shot, wasn't it? But this one in the tribute is what I really like. So Arthur A.G. stood as still as a statue. Time after time was on his side. And the
you know, the championship that I missed when I was in high school. 21 years later, I got a chance to get a championship through him.
You know, you're always trying to build your children up and saying, well, you all could do it, but, you know, really lying on the inside a little bit, saying, well, you know, you got a long haul. But, you know, this makes you even more confident because if he's sure of himself, then, you know, you can bank on it.
Yesterday, you know, when he won the game, you know, he told me he loved me. And, you know, I haven't heard that in a, you know, you can feel it, but I haven't heard it coming verbally from him, you know.
In a rematch with rival Westinghouse, Marshall proves to everybody they have what it takes to be city champs.
Inside pass, shot rejected. 2-on-1.
school is headed to the Elite Eight in Champaign. And the Marshall Commandos have won the Public League Championship in convincing fashion. 58-38 winners over the Westinghouse Warriors.
What's up, man? I told you on the phone what I was gonna do. I told you, boy. Hey, boy.
Your ACT came in, William, and you received a 14 for a composite, which is not high enough. You've taken a test now. This is for the 4th time. Now, if you add all those up, it comes out to 17.2. In order to play at Marquette, you're going to have to get the 18, and they're very, very concerned. One assistant called twice this week, and Bo Ellis called today. Smile, William. It's not the end of the world, right?
I hope not.
Well, you got to work at this as hard as you worked at your jump shot. And it was missing a lot this year. Okay? Now you are down to the final inning and the last strike.
What are we going to be?
Yeah! Go Texas State! Go Texas State! Number one!
Downstate, Marshall plays its familiar role as underdog to third-ranked Batavia.
Loose, Lamar Justice has it. Justice 1-on-2.
Nice move.
Let me tell you, it may be the quickest.
In the media glare of a statewide audience, Marshall shows big game jitters.
Now bust out. And Marshall missed the layup. Sealed off, blocked by Williams.
You got easy shots. You got to make the easy shots. I can shoot for you.
Now I'm going to penetrate. Left it for Christian. Missed the shot. Luther Beckman looks like he's ready to commit suicide over there. Now into the corner.
Get in there.
Batavia's got these guys on the run, Kenneth.
But in the third quarter, the Commandos charge back.
Steal by Marshall. A.G. going to take it all the way. Here we go. Picked him clean. Dale. Marshall lead.
Marshall's first lead since the first quarter.
Like a lightning bolt, the Commandos have struck. 37-36, Marshall leading Batavia. Chicago Marshall has exploded.
I always dream of like me and William taking them down state together. When I was at St. Joseph, maybe we could have went down state and maybe we couldn't. But we did when I'm at Marshall.
Arthur's big fourth quarter helps add Batavia to Marshall's growing list of upsets.
Spectacular comeback in the fourth quarter by the Commandos.
In the post-game news conference, Coach Bedford labels his unranked team the Giant Killers.
You all are playing the #1 team.
We're playing the number one team.
We're playing the #2 team.
This is the first time in the history of the school that we've gone this far.
Yeah.
Really?
It's the first in the history of the school.
It's like the Commandos. See, by we being the underdog, I'm glad we are, because then it just show you how you could come up. And then you beat your opponent. Oh, yeah.
It's a good place for man to come.
Yeah, this is really, something that a child would really miss out on. Like a whole different world.
It's beyond different.
In this semifinal game, we'll see some great individuals, just as we saw many years ago. Remember Isaiah Thomas, one of the great guards. Here you see the same moves he plays with in the NBA today. Well, we've got someone like that. Howard Nathan, number 34 for Peoria Manual.
Marshall got here because of one reason, quickness. The reason, Arthur A.G. Look at this man. He just explodes, Dan. He can get down court as quick as anyone that I've ever seen.
In the semifinals, Arthur goes head-to-head with Howard Nathan, the All-American.
Make it work for it, man. Make it work for what he get. All right, let's go. All the way, man. All the way. Yeah. That's it.
Arthur A.G. spinning inside. Tough shot. Good.
Arthur has a great first half, but the Rams play even better.
One was Zimmerman. He's got it.
Second half, Arthur tries to pick up where he left off.
Penetration move by A.G. Slapped out of there by Manuel. They've got 2-on-1. Boom, a nice fake and a score.
But it's the Rams who don't miss a beat, pressing the tempo against the tired Commandos.
You're not in the offense at all. You guys out there playing individual basketball. Completely.
Hey, guys, no fouls. You want to keep the clock going, remember?
Marshall showed us last night they have the ability to come back. So we'll see what they can do here. This is Nathan. Nice pass. Knocked it down. Biggest lead of the game now. And the Rams fans can smell it. Great run for Luther Bedford's team. The string of upsets stops here. And a foul on A.G.
He fouls out, but he just never quit. He just kept going for the basketball. I wouldn't be surprised if he made the all-tournament team tonight.
Though they lose to Peoria Manual, they finish third in the state, the highest a Marshall team has finished since 1960.
This was a great season you had. There's nothing sweeter than going downstate as a young person. I mean, the record's going to stay there. 1991, there's a team from Marshall played, and you're part of that. So that's part of history. But for you seniors, best wishes to all you seniors, and whatever you try to do, Mr. Williams and I will be around school, as we always are, to help you if you want to be helped. Okay?
25 games in 6 days, everything takes a lot out of it. Like Coach said, you just got to sacrifice, sacrifice everything you have. Like if you love the game of basketball, you just go out there and get all your heart.
He got a little ways to go, but he's going to get there. Hopefully he got his head screwed on pretty good, and now, he's going to be on his own to do whatever. Hopefully he'll do it right.
When we got down here, people were going to expect, Marsh, how did he get down here? And they looking like, who they got on their team? And I just had to come out and prove myself who I was. I think I could play Division I basketball. Because all I need is just a scholarship. That's all I'm looking for.
Take you through all those rooms. Arthur's first recruiting visit takes him to a junior college in southern Missouri.
The strength that I see here is the tremendous teaching that goes on here. Have you decided what you want to go into?
Communications.
Are you more interested in the overall communications?
That and, I like that and accounting, like business.
Oh, okay.
We enjoy winning things, but the primary purpose is your education. What are some of your career goals, may I ask?
I want to fall back to have my own business. It's like real estate.
Where it all happened. Beautiful place. And just a rock. Are you gonna try it on there? Yeah. It's about $120 a piece. You need to be very careful with this decision. If you come in and act right, you're going out of here with 2 years of your college finished, a scholarship to a Division I university, exactly where you want to be, on track to graduate in 4 years.
Check it out. My man Ben pulled the Mac move. We call the Mac to attack. Take a track and stack it back like the brother. Happy that he picked no other. I'm here to do the duty. The duty that he picked the right duty.
Mineral area doesn't have dorms, but it does have the basketball house. All the ball players on scholarship live here.
Get your ass up, Nate.
Of the 7 blacks in the entire school, 6 live in this house.
You come here and look at this little house, then after a while you get used to it. Try to make a little home, home away from home anyway. We hang around each other most of the time. You know who to trust, who not to trust.
I just want to go somewhere I'm going to play. I can get the grades. I love basketball.
How many of your players that leave there and end up going to a 4-year college?
31 sophomores in a row.
Really?
Every last one of them, he coached.
Hey, how you doing? Bo and Sheila have been separated. She asked him to return today over Arthur's objections. I'll show you exactly what the scholarship entails.
Is this a full scholarship for the 2 years? The reason I'm skeptical is because of the promise that was made in the past.
From the time he comes down there until he leaves, he will not have a financial need.
Now, when you make this decision, you got to live and die with it. It's because it's your decision to make. Now, I'm here to support you if you done search this whole thing.
And it's what you really want, not, because mama said this.
Because you're saving mama money. Because if we have to, we will still pay if you have to try to pay if we can put something somewhere. I'm just saying, I understand what you're saying. You want to save somebody money, but still.
But you have to still do what is best
But
for
still,
man.
we want the best for you, even if you have to, or we have to go in the hole, you know. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying now, but still, the decision is up to you.
What do you think? Ready to sign it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do it up.
Time it.
1:56. 1:56
Come on, Bo, whoop it up.
When I was 23, how old was he? And I whooped him then. You want to see it rain? Let it rain. You want to see it rain? Let it rain. You want to see it rain? Let it rain. He owe your money. Remember what they did to you now? Yeah. Do you know Howard Nathan? I struck him up just like that. That one.
Uh-oh.
Like father, like son. What's up with that?
You better stick to church music. Leave that basketball alone.
He called ball. That's 34. That's 32. That's 34. He ain't hit nothing else. I did. He ain't hit nothing else.
It's 34-28, Bo. All right.
No. I know how to count. Ain't no con game. I'm older now. Yeah. Ain't no con game going on no more. No more. The game. Ain't no more. 32. Ain't no more. Now you can play for 32 if you want. Well, hey, game over with. I can con too. Losers quit. I'm ready to play. Like you's a coward if you don't get a check ball. Get mad now. Check ball. Give me that. You ain't 2 years old. You ain't getting no pacify. Give me that. Yeah. Give me that. Your mama ain't here to give you this ball. Let's go. So I can game it. Give me the rock. Make it rain. Make it rain. It feels good. Right there. Game. Right there. Go get down. Go sit down. Go sit down. You on punishment when you get home. You on punishment when you go home. And you on punishment when you get home. Nah.
It's gonna rain on your head, but
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to St. Joseph's Annual Basketball Awards Dinner. We had a difficult year. Most of you are aware of that.
When I first went to St. Joe's, I really did sleep, eat, and drink basketball. That was all I did. But it became more of a job than a sport to play.
Things here have not changed since.
You know, Coach Pingatar just had these dreams in his head.
For me, and
He just wanted me to go the same route he took Isaiah.
Western Michigan, the most steals. He played as a freshman. Not even Isaiah was a 4-year starter.
You know, basketball was just like he was possessed with it. You know, it was his life. And he wanted it to be everybody else's life, too.
All-Conference in the SEC, All-State on the Sun-Times, McDonald All-American nomination, MVP 1990-91 season, William Gates.
And when I had some real problems, I couldn't go to none of them about it. You know, I was having some problems with Catherine family and my family, and I said, you know, Coach Pingatar, you know, they family been getting on me about, you know, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. And the only thing Coach Pingatar could say is, write them off. That was all he told me. I was like, what kind of advice is that?
Well, how does it feel to be finishing?
I mean,
Now, don't say anything you don't mean, William.
I mean, I'm serious, cause I enjoyed my 4 years. I mean, we had run-ins and
Who had run-ins?
Me and you.
We did?
Yeah, like that time you made me run 75 stairs. I never.
You never forgot that.
Never.
See, you should have been happy and enthusiastic about doing your punishment. But someday you're going to learn that everything that was done was for your benefit, so that you can come back 4 years from now and say, Coach, you were right. Everything that happened at St. Joe's helped me a lot, and as a result, I got a degree. That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm going into communication, so when you start asking for donations, I know the right way to turn you down.
I'm sure you'll never turn us down. I never really felt that he bought into the system. He was never convinced what he was doing was the right thing to do. But overall, he had a good career. Not a great career. It's never goodbye. Could have been different if the injury didn't occur. But it did occur. Be in touch. And that was the big difference. I'm proud of what you did. I just expect you to do a lot better. I don't want this to be the highlight of your career. You got a lot of bigger and better things to do. I'll see you later. Good luck. Well, another one walks out the door, and another one comes in the door. That's what it's all about.
It came through for me. Got the score I needed.
All right.
And, hey, eligible. You know, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world. That's about it.
After 5 attempts, Williams' composite score of 17.5 is rounded up to 18, and he can finally accept a scholarship to play at Marquette.
I think my mom, all through high school, really was proud of me. She said, everybody's throwing their dreams into you, but you gotta throw your own dreams into yourself. And I gave her the diploma after the graduation. She was like, this is it. Our proudest moments. Curtis always wanted to go to Marquette, and his grades weren't good enough for him to go. And now it's like, he got the grades, you know?
What two countries are we competing with for
Before
world trade?
Arthur can graduate, he must pass summer school. And for the first time in 3 years, Shannon isn't there with him.
He thought he could sell drugs and don't get caught, you know, but he found out the hard way. And I told him while he was doing all that, I wasn't hanging with Shannon then. I was like, Shannon, you should stop, man. Stop doing that stuff.
We always said we weren't gonna never do no stuff like that. We just gonna go on, graduate, and go on to college. But you know, he had to be the one.
One week before his graduation, Arthur is robbed at gunpoint.
First, I thought he was gonna shoot me because I ain't had no money. Because he kept asking me, you got some money, where your wallet at? I'm like, what you driving a car like this for? And I'm like, I ain't got no wallet. And then, you know, he grabbed me and stuff, and I was about to panic and stuff, and I just calmed down.
I sit down and had a long talk with him and his sister. Someone put a pistol on her right down the street from the house. I said, do you all understand what is going on out here in these streets today? Even with me, when I was out there, out there strung out, I looked for somebody that seemed like they had something.
After this, I'm ready. I'm ready to leave. 'Cause there ain't nothing up. Everybody up here going to jail or either in drugs or dead.
In this very room, there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom, for we are the future. We are the future.
James Davis, Lisa, Marshall,
and we're here in this very room.
Diana Stapleton, Arthur A.G. Please hold your applause so everyone can hear. Christine Bowman, Erica Bird, Sandra Crockett.
I never thought he would get to the place where he's at now. Arthur's self-esteem was really drained from St. Joseph. That's so when you are somebody, no matter where you go, it's what you have in your heart that you're gonna go somewhere.
It's gonna be a party tonight. It's gonna be a party tonight. You know it.
Right where you stand and come down. Get down like a real live band. Real live band. You should be a step. Just haven't heard. Real live
Scary, man. I'm telling you. Scary generation, man.
I told you might hit me in my head, fool.
Hit you in your head.
To my son, I hope you pursue all your dreams and your desires that you have within you. Love you very much. That is so
God, we thank you for this day, Lord. And we ask you to go with Junior, Lord. And we thank you, Lord. Go with him as he try to better his education, Lord. And we thank you for him for coming this far. We came this far by faith, Lord. And we ask you, Father, when he get in college, Lord, to keep him, Lord. Keep him protected. We thank you for him, Jesus. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, you can cry like a little girl. You crying so bad, I won't even make fun of you.
You try so bad what?
Sing up in the bed and I love you.
Play about the first five. I'll probably guess.
Mom, this. Let you be good, okay? And don't get mixed up in none of those tough times. You know, I done told you what to do. Get no alcohol, no wine coolers, none of this stuff. Okay? I just hope he stay in there. That's what worries me most. Once he get in the door, I want him to stay in there for 4 years. Think he gonna make it? I think he gonna make it. Oh, I hope so anyway.
When I was young, when I was little, that's all I used to think about, the NBA. If I set my mind, I can go. I can go. Get in good college, I can go. But if I don't, you know, I ain't gonna be no drug dealer, you know, cry about it, come back and, you know, stick up gas stations and nothing like that, you know. Probably going to comedian or architecture, something like that.
You don't think that you'll have the kind of tough times like that your dad's been through?
Nah. I can't say that I will. I can't say that I don't. I don't know.
You know, 4 years ago, that's all I used to dream about was playing in the NBA. I don't really dream about it like that anymore. You know, even though I love playing basketball, but, you know, I want to do other things with my life, too.
Hi, Daddy. Hi, Daddy. How you doing? How you doing? I love you. I love you. Tell Daddy thank you.
If I had to stop playing basketball right now, I think I'd still be happy. I think I would.
Thank you, Daddy. When Daddy gets you.
That's why when somebody say, man, you know, when you get to the NBA, don't forget about me and all that stuff, I should say to them, well, if I don't make it, but you don't forget about me.
Check it out.